I had an adorable lady, warm, humanitarian, good heart, dumb ass crabgrass in my Twitter feed telling me, shame on you, Tim Black. Shame on you, Tim Black. It's like, okay, shame on me. What did she see me do? What did I do? Russia has stolen our democracy, and you, Tim Black, you, Black Tim, you make light of it. Shame on you, Tim Black. Her exact words were something to the effect of, this is our biggest threat to our democracy. Well, as he said, we're on the internet. To get to the internet, you use a smartphone or a desktop or a laptop or a tablet. You can research this stuff yourself. I mean, if you're going to make that type of statement that the biggest threat to our democracy is Russia, that goes against all... Like, I know you could not have read that anywhere. Because no one, not even the most neoliberal supporting bastard, could actually write that and publish it. They would never even go that. That's such a big whopper that I know you didn't read it anywhere. You deduce that from your constant intake of propaganda, mainstream narratives coming from cable news networks. That's the only way you can come up with that.
And today, President Trump sided with Russia over not just the intelligence agencies of the United States, but also the people of the United States.
We never suspected that a president would betray his own country as an exercise in vanity. But then Donald Trump betrayed America.
First of all, we don't have a democracy. We have an oligarchy. That's where the rich run the country. I mean, let's keep it 100. I mean, because, like, we ain't really got time to play around, play games. You don't have a democracy to steal. All right? That hurts, don't it? Well, do something about it. Do something about it and stop jumping in my Twitter feed not knowing shit. Get up off your ass and do something about it. Don't tell me shame on me. No, shame on you being so delusional thinking you have a democracy. What do you think this has all been about? What do you think we've been fighting about for almost 3 years? What do you think this has been about? Why do you think I get attacked every day? Why do you think I do this work? I could talk about cat videos and rap music and be paid. I don't have to do this. Why you think I do this, dummy? Why you think I do it? Because we no longer have a democracy, ma'am. That's why. Because when I woke up and realized that we didn't have a democracy, I decided if I ain't gonna fight for it, I can't tell somebody else to fight for it. If I can't get off my ass and do what needs to be done to do my share to restore democracy, then I got no reason to complain. And I'm leaving my children this horrible zombied, cannibalistic, hollowed out, fake, faux democracy. And I decided, no. So you're wrong about it being a democracy, and you're also wrong that for you to even fathom that a country as powerful as the United States has any real enemies shows your lack of what? Your lack of knowledge on anything related to foreign affairs at all. Now, I played in my strengths, but I know for a fact, based on our military budget alone, I could just look at the money. For you to think there are legitimate threats to the United States shows that you are either a crackpot or you're just a troll. I'm not sure which one it is yet. I'm not sure which one it is yet. Let me just tell you something about Russia. Russia doesn't have the GDP of Texas. Yeah, see, it goes contrary to all the stuff that, that the Democrats and Republicans are pushing right now. Russia has the GDP of Texas, roughly. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Go look it up. Fact check this, man. We could just give Russia their budget for military if we wanted to. They can't rock with us. Do you understand? That's why Vladimir Putin said, like, well, what can we do to you? I mean, realistically, we are the war machine, baby. Now, if you think that, honest, real talk, man, if I'm tired, you know what? Cut it all. Cut the crap. Let's cut the crap once and for all. If America really thought somebody was still in our democracy, we blow them off the earth. That's what we would do. We would blow them off the earth. That we have these delusional people who don't think this is anything else other than political posturing in a way to make money, to ramp up our MIC, military industrial complex. For you to believe that this is a real threat, for you to be that delusional when you live in a country like this, a country, we are the richest country in the history of countries. Ever since they started making them, we have the richest one. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And you're telling me a country that they got destroyed, but the Soviet Union. Did you see what happened to them? We kill people for nothing. We kill people for far less. We have invaded countries for far less. Do you really think? How many Hollywood movies have you watched that has you believing such nonsense? Seriously. And I'm not even I ain't even got to the summit yet. I can't believe I'm looking at you and I say they still make you. Like, they still make you. I thought they stopped making people who have smartphones but aren't smart enough to use them to look up stuff. We have to stop being fooled. This is BS, man. If it wasn't BS, I tell you, I'm not looking to work for CNN or Fox. You understand? I just want the truth. But for you to think, honestly think, that Russia is a threat to us in any way, yo, do you realize there would be no more Russia? There would be no more Russia. I'm not impressed with Putin talking tough and being like calm and all this. Man, if America really wanted to, there would be no more Russia, yo. And that goes for any other country. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'm from the street. I lived in them from 17 to 19. Doing things I am not proud of. And I know how it goes down. If any country was a real threat, part of the problem with the United States is we mess with countries that aren't a real threat just because we want to rule them. We want to dominate them. Where you been, man? It's not, look, this lady, I love her. I love you for being wrong. No, I love you for voicing this warped opinion, because there are other people who just won't say it, but they think it. There is nothing that Trump could do. There is absolutely nothing Trump could do. And I want to tell you something. There's nothing he could do right. The only time they like him is when he's dropping bombs on poor people. You do realize that, right? The only time Trump gets any love at all is when he drops bombs. In one of these tweets. That's it. That's the only time. If he would have went in there and attacked Putin on the world stage, what would it have accomplished? But that's what they wanted. I'm trying to tell you, it wouldn't have been enough. To all the Republicans, and it's a lot of them. A lot of them. It's a lot of these people. They call Trump disgraceful. Republicans sharply criticize Trump's behavior at news conference with Putin. You know, there have been people who have said Trump is up against the deep state. Trump is going up against this. He's going up against that. Yo, you know what? It sure looked like it today. Oh, it sure looked like it today. And that's not because of anything other than truth. He did not go along with their analysis. Now, unlike some people, I don't think he did it because of the lofty reasons why they think he did it. But at the end of the day, does it matter why someone does something? Okay, I think Trump didn't go along with the CIA or the FBI, the DOJ analysis, indictments, and what have you, because it just adds credence to the comments or the statements made by the Democrats that say he's an illegitimate president. That's why I think, and I put a video out to that point. I believe that's why he is so determined not to give in and give any credibility to this document. That's what I believe. Now, I think it's totally self-serving is the reason why he's doing it. Or not doing it, okay? He also may not believe it. Look, Trump is rich. And people say he's not that rich, he's not a billionaire, it's all smoke and mirrors. Trump's not used to being told what to do. This is a different type of person. He's been raised, he's lived his entire life a certain way. Not being told what to do, not being talked down to, and doing it his way. Okay? So he has had enough wealth, enough money that he hasn't had to do that. And I don't think he's ever going to be that person. I think he'd die first, frankly. And you know what? That's good. Because you need people like that. Unfortunately, his head's up his butt a lot, so it doesn't give us the benefits that we need. I'm one of those people who say, Trump's in office, we should get what we can get out of him that's good for the people. I'm one of those people. I'm not one of these resistance people who says, oh, we got 4 years to throw away. I'm not one of these people. We got 4 years to just throw away, and hope we can impeach him. And then we don't get anything done and we just sit still. There are people dying. There are veterans dying every day. There's grandmas dying every day. There's kids dying every day. There's men dying every day. There's some of us regular guys who like to live too, dying every day or living in hopelessness and despair and poverty or whatever, or unemployment or whatever they're dealing with, high costs for insurance, high costs for medications. These people need us today. They don't need us to take the next 2 years off because we want to prove a point. So like I said, I don't believe so Trump is getting attacked on all sides because of today. And I don't think he could win this. I don't think he could win it. There is nothing Putin's not going to move. Putin's not going to say, yeah, we did it. We did it. Trump told you going in. I saw the clip. He said, hey, there's not going to be some big revelation. He said exactly what I'm telling you. He said Putin is not going to be like, you got me. Who are these people who think that? Oh, they want the tough talk. They want the tough talk of Obama. I told him to cut it out. I said, cut it out, Putin. Cut it out. I said the same thing to Xi over in China. I said, cut it out. And they didn't listen. That's what you wanted? Senator John McCain called it disgraceful. Senator Bob Corker said he was saddened and disappointed. Mostly, however, Republican members of Congress reacted to President Trump's performance beside Vladimir Putin in Helsinki with silence. What's up, Big Surreal? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Surreal? Give it up for Surreal. Thank you. Now, let's get to why Trump fired back. Trump fired back to the criticism. Of course, the left, Schumer, Pelosi, every Democrat politician of note slammed Trump today. Everyone, every last one of note that spoke. And I'm pretty sure that includes people that you like, okay? If you like them, okay? But Trump fired back at the criticism. He said, as I said today many times before, I have great confidence in my intelligence people. However, also recognize that in order to build a brighter future, we cannot exclusively focus on the past. As the world's two largest nuclear powers, we must get along. To some, that is a treasonous statement. To some people, that is a treasonous statement. Do you understand where we are now? What did he say in that comment that was treason? Now, I know, a lot of people don't like him. I know, some people hate him. I understand. But what did he say in that sentence that was treason or untrue? We can't stay in the past. We are both superpowers. We should move forward and try to get along. I'm trying to understand. Now, if Obama would have said that, would they be complaining? I'm just saying. I would have said, I feel the same way I would feel if Obama said it, or if Bush said it, or if Clinton said it. I feel the same way. I feel like, yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. I want to go tell the young people in Chicago. I don't want to pick sides. I want to go to Chicago and say, look, I love you, bruh. I love you, bruh. I love both of y'all. Let's put this, I don't want to hear about who did what to whom. Can we move forward today? Can we start anew today? There's been death on this side, death on this side, death on that side. Can we start new today? Anew today. Can we move forward today? Or we just gonna kill each other? I don't want you to die. I don't want you to kill each other. And you would be like, go ahead, Tim Black, that's what I'm talking about. But if Trump says that about a superpower, you go, treason. Treason. And I'm trying to understand, am I crazy? I mean, am I crazy? Or is it that I don't have this Trump derangement syndrome? So it's everybody else that's crazy. Real talk. And don't get me wrong, I understand people got Trump derangement syndrome from a media that kept 24/7 Trump, 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 bad, 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 Trump, Trump. I understand where it came from. It's not a self-inflicted disease. That's where the Republicans, or that's where the conservatives get it wrong. That's where you get it wrong, Tommy Loren. That's where you get it wrong, Ben Shapiro. That's where you get it wrong, Steven Crowder. That's where you get it wrong, Rubin. All of you. All of you get it wrong. This was not a self-inflicted disease. It's a condition caused by mainstream media. They gave people that. How else? They gave them $1 billion, over $1 billion worth of free publicity in 2016. They gave him that. Who you think those people were? Those are people going, I'm tired of hearing about this guy. And I'm tired of hearing about all this. And look what he did here. And look what he did here. So the derangement syndrome was spread like a virus. That was part of the plan, man. See, they thought people would catch the virus and go out and vote against him. But no, people caught the virus. But see, they had another condition that they were unaware of. And that's called hyper allergic to Hillary disease. Revulsion to Hillary. See, they didn't factor in the Hillary effect. So I don't see anything wrong with what Trump stated about moving forward. We would say we need to move forward with any conflict. We would always say that. But since it's Trump saying it, this is treason. Treason. This document looks great. Let me just go ahead and just believe that and and starve Russia to death. Let's just starve them out. Let's do them like we did Libya, or like we did so many other countries. Like we love to just starve people out, like we did Venezuela. I don't know, but see, that's not treason though. That's not treason. It's not treason to topple countries and leave them. Libya has live slave trade going. They didn't have that before we meddled. You do know that. But see, that's not treason. No, it's treason if Trump sit up there and talk to Putin. Oh, that's treason. If he said, and then when he talks to Putin, he says, well, Putin denies it. And blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. So I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, guys. I do. And I also want to say that one of Putin's responses, a couple of his responses made total sense. And we got these people saying he's crazy. Look, I don't know the guy. All right? But I tell you, it's not crazy to say, hey, you, like someone asked him, they asked two questions. The first question was about the 12 indictments. Okay? 12 indictments. 12 indictments, guys. He said, well, you know, I used to be a security, a secret, whatever, police, whatever, you know, an agent, whatever he was, right? So I know a little bit about how these dossiers are created. Basically what he's saying, I know it's a bunch of BS. I know because I used to create these bunch of BS documents. And he also stated, you know, if we live in a democracy, we live in a democracy, you live in a democracy, you don't decide innocence or guilt by the cops. Something I tweeted. I said that, like, the cops don't get to determine if you are guilty or innocent. The courts do that. And this hasn't been at a court. This hasn't been at a court of law. So, yeah, it would need to go to a court. Mueller and Rosenstein should be chomping at the bit. They should be like, yeah, we can take this to court. It would get kicked out immediately. They start producing evidence. See, no one's even, they know this is going nowhere. This is to fool you. The rest of the world's laughing their ass off right now. This is to fool you. Mueller knows this ain't going to no damn court, so does Rosenstein. That's why he can put whatever he want to put in it. The discovery process would be the destruction. You want to talk about the destruction of the U.S.? Let the discovery process happen. Let that happen. Let the discovery process of the United States past actions and elections. There's a lot of stuff printed in the world that you will never read about the United States. I said there's a lot of stuff printed about the United States that you'll never read inside the United States. So that's one point he made. And I have to agree with him. I was wondering why everybody was going with the cops. I'm kind of like befuddled, like, what? I thought we wanted body cams. We don't even trust Barney Fife in small towns across this country. You want the biggest, the most powerful cops in the nation. You trust them, but you don't trust Barney Fife down. Why? Because they abuse power. Because they make up stuff. Because they lie. So we want body cameras. We want external investigations. And that's treasonous. That's unpatriotic. Anyway, next point. So there was that point. There was another great point he made. Oh, about the so-called PP dossier where they said, Putin's got this information on Trump and he's blackmailing Trump into doing what he wants because when Trump visited Russia, they was tracking him and they wrote down all this stuff and they used it to blackmail him. You probably heard this. They're using this information on Trump to blackmail him. And Vladimir Putin made a very reasonable, very logical comment. Or replied to that comment. He said, when Trump came here as a private citizen, he was just one of hundreds of businessmen that come here. One of hundreds. You think we go around tracking, he said like 500 businessmen. We go around like tracking people and filming them, trying to get dirt on them. Like those aren't his exact words. He's like, why would we do that? How would we do that? It makes no sense. He said Trump came here, so many other people came here. I didn't even know he was here. I didn't know he visited the country. How am I supposed to know? What? And it just makes sense. But see, we think, because we've been infected, right? Remember that derangement syndrome? We think, oh, well, anything bad has to happen. It had to be done, and this is how it was done. Somebody like fed you that. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Look, I want you to know, I am not saying that the Russians haven't hacked computers in America, government computers, or networks. I am not saying that. I'm tired of people getting me wrong on this, so I need to make sure I'm as clear as possible. Okay? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is not new. We do it too. And in the words of Rod Rosenstein, Deputy Attorney General, it did not change our election. He said it twice during the press conferences for each of these indictments that were listed. I don't know how it can get more clear for you. Why is it that when I hear these Democrats talk about this, they leave out that part? Oh, he's right. This is such a perfect document. I saw Joy Reid look like it was Christmas. I'm holding in my hand the document on page 27. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. Black girl power. Listen, Joy. Listen. In that same document, it states that not a single vote was changed. It says that it did not impact this election. And I'm going to tell you like this, man. I'm tired of people being so upset about who released documents, but not being upset about what was in the documents. You know? I'm tired of people being upset about who released the documents and who published the documents, and nobody giving a damn about what was in those documents. Let me tell you something. If those documents showed Hillary and the DNC to be fighting for us, why come see, people are all looking at this the wrong way. Why isn't anyone looking at the fact that those documents could have been the catalyst for her to win the election? Why no one even acknowledges that when someone finds out what you think or what you say, why come it couldn't have been positive? Why? I'm just saying, go with me here. Look, listen. Why couldn't those documents, like if you saw my notes, you would read my notes. You'd be like, okay, Tim made notes. And you read it. Oh, he's got a book full of notes. He's been studying. He's doing research. He's doing his job. You wouldn't be like, damn, Tim's a real God, man. This guy betrayed us. This guy horrible. This guy. I mean, come on. You can't be exposed in a negative way if there's nothing to expose. Get what I'm saying? Those documents were damaging to Hillary because her campaign was running a way that betrayed the American people. Those documents were damaging to Hillary because she made statements that a public servant who means well for the people should never ever make, whether in private or public. She shouldn't even think that way. It exposed the reality. Now, there are people who don't want to know reality. They don't want to know the truth. They are better off. They would feel better had Hillary won, and this fake democracy they think they have will continue to be hijacked by the Democratic Party, installing superdelegates and controlling the media, controlling the narrative, bushwhacking, bamboozling, backstabbing, and sabotaging candidates that are not establishment. And it's all in the documents. You'd rather not know that. You'd rather Hillary win and you not know that, and there'd be no chance of reforming the Democratic Party. There's still slim chance to none now. There's a thing called roosters coming home to roost. You may have heard of it. There's a thing called what's done in the dark will come to the light. You may have heard of it. This ain't nothing but karma. That's what I think. Anyway. All right, I'm running out of juice. Putin said, I wanted Trump to win the election because he was talking about a reset with Russia to put us back on good terms. And Hillary wasn't. That doesn't mean that's some nefarious plot because you want the person to win that will not want war, or want to work together in a more amicable way. All countries probably look at what's going on in America because we are such a powerful nation, the world's most powerful nation, and they look and they say, how does this affect us? Depending on who wins, how does it affect us? That is very natural. You allow these cable news shills and spokesmodels to influence you to think that that is nefarious. That ain't no different than people sitting back watching LeBron go to L.A. and trying to plot, well, if he goes to L.A., this means this. If he goes to this, well, it means this. Or if he stays in Cleveland, it means this. Everybody in the league does that, but they don't control where LeBron goes. I say that knowing, yes, hacking goes on, espionage goes on, spying goes on. It's been going on for 100 years. Okay? It's been going on for 100 years. It's only an issue now because they want to make it an issue because you brought it. If you didn't buy it, this would have been gone. Just like no one talks about Cambridge Analytica anymore. Wonder why we stopped talking about Cambridge Analytica? Because we didn't buy it. Why they stopped talking about the Russian Facebook ads? Because that dog don't hunt. The only reason why they keep talking about this the way they're talking about this is because a lot of you brought into it because you watched Red Dawn back in the 80s, and you saw Patrick Swayze's parents get shot because you watched Die Hard, right? And you saw what the evil Russians did to Bruce Willis's friend. Remember that guy who was like, hey, I can negotiate this thing for you. I'm going to get this all set up for you. Oh, very well. Very well. Because you watched that other Die Hard with diplomatic immunity. You know, because you bought into this idea. I'm not here to defend Russia. I'm here to restore your sanity, man. I'm here to restore your logic, your reason. And look, and I'm going to tell you, man, and ladies, folks, Tim Black's Wolfpack, there is nothing more infuriating than to have, and I'm going to say this, well-to-do, middle-aged white people in California, of all states, talking to me on Twitter about this is our darkest hour. Really? Since 9/11, this is our darkest hour. Well, mofo, you need to come outside more often. You need to come outside. You need to, did you just start looking? Did you just get a watch? Do you understand colors? Maybe we need to teach you colors. Because if you think our darkest hour is Donald Trump not saying what you want him to say at a press conference, you are a complete imbecile, a complete idiot, and a bigot. We had kids' brains blown all over a playground by a cop who walked, and you didn't say, this is our darkest hour. We got the Klan marching across towns all over this country, and you don't say, this is our darkest hour. We got kids in other countries being killed by drones that we paid for or fly. And you don't say, this is our darkest hour. We have children starving Starving, literally starving right now. On our dollar in Yemen. And you go, this is our darkest hour. You sheltered privileged, ignorant ass. We got babies. We got nursing mothers with babies. Who have neurological conditions because the governor of their state thought he could save money by switching the water source to a contaminated source. And he kept it there for a year, 6 months after he found out it was contaminated. And you tell me our darkest hour is Donald Trump at a fucking press conference? Man, I've been disgusted and pissed off and angry. And I don't want to, I would say more, but I don't want to make a terroristic threat. I would, you know what? I'm not saying I want this to happen. But if a silverback gorilla escaped from the Los Angeles Zoo, hopped up off hormones, looking for a mate, and could not find one, but somehow found his way to your condo, wherever you live. And he proceeded to rape you for, 4 days. I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, sometimes silverback gorillas got to rape. I'd get over it. I'd be like, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. This man screaming for 4 days continuously. It's kind of but that's what I think. I mean, that's, you wouldn't die. You just wouldn't have an ass. You would have to pass waste through your body using your mouth like you do now. So you would be good. It is an insult to so many people on so many levels for you to make statements like that, man. It really is. I mean, that is some horrible, horrible shit. That just goes to show how much of a shut-in you are. That goes to show that if anybody deserves a vote, it's not you. Like the fact that you get to vote, the fact that people retweeted you dummy. Like, it's like, I can't believe it. Like, I just, it's so, it's like, wow. And this is a grown ass man. All right. I'm about done, guys. I'll just say this. I see what people are saying about all. I mean, I'm getting what people. I'm going to stay objective as much as possible. I'm going to stay objective as much as possible. I've made my decision about who I want to be and what I'm willing to give up. And the answer is nothing. I'm not willing to give up my credibility. I'm not willing to give up the people that I fight for. I'm not willing to do that for more fans or more friends or opportunities or any of that. And I don't need to check to see what other people's opinions are on issues. I have my own opinions. I'm not saying that the Russians didn't hack some stuff. They probably did. In fact, I'm sure they did. You think they're just sitting around, not being in the game? Everybody else is in the game. Everybody else is in the game of hacking. Why would they not be in the game of hacking? But if you're not concerned about voting rights being restored in this country, man, if you're not concerned about super delegates, if you're not concerned about gerrymandering, if you're not concerned about Chris Kobach and fucking Skip Trace crap or the freaking, if you're not concerned with the Republicans, what they're doing by knocking black folks and Latinos off the voting rolls, if you're not concerned with so many things about our voting process, but you are concerned that Russia's stealing it, you are the problem. You are absolutely, totally the problem. I think we got a lot of problems with our elections. On that list of problems, say it's 100 things wrong with our election process. If it was 100 things and they were in order of importance, corporate money would be number one. Russia would be like 97, right next to Game of Thrones. You understand what I'm telling you? Well, how is Game of Thrones, impacting the elections? It's not. That's the point. Sort of the point. All right. This is Tim Black, TBTV, news for people who can't stand the news. If you want the news, but you can't stand the current level of discourse and commentary that you will get on cable news networks and some independents, come to this channel. News for people who can't stand the news. That's our motto. It's been our motto for 4.5 years now. We're going back to it. We're also going to be reigniting Tim Black at Night. Coffee with Tim Black and Black Word Today, because there's so much to cover. I need to get to it, and we need to have these conversations. So, thank you so much. If you enjoy this content, if you're looking forward to Coffee with Tim Black, Black Word Today, Tim Black at Night Show, Freedom Fridays, and we open up phone lines on Tuesdays and Fridays from now on. Tuesdays and Fridays, open phone lines. That's for you. That's your opportunity to call in and voice your opinion. If you got a comment, hold it till tomorrow, and you can call into the show and say it yourself. I'll give you time to get your comment out. Much love to you. Become a member of this show. If you value what we do here, become a member of the show at patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. All right? Email me at tim@timblacktv.com. Also, you can send donations to tim@timblacktv.com. All right? So that's how it works, guys. I love you guys. I'm going to check the queue. I'm going to check the chat. Thank you for my moderators who hold it down for me. I appreciate y'all. Much love to Youngblood, Grandma Christine, Jilly Love, Michael S., Barb for Kids, Brian Crosby. The irony, the same people who believe the FBI, CIA, forget they demonized and called MLK and Malcolm X terrorists. They sure did, brother. They sure did. And when I see people that I know are intelligent people that I know are well-learned, well-educated in the history of the CIA and the FBI and the DOJ, and then they suddenly have memory lossage, I say, you know what? The word is out. The word is out. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I come out strongly like this, if I'm not writing my own death sentence, if I'm not writing my own warrant, I definitely am writing my own unemployment card. So know that, right? That's my own severance package. Know that this, when you come out like this on these types of issues and you put a face to it and a name to it, people are watching. People know what I do. So that's why I need you in this fight. Because believe me, they don't want, when I see these people, man, who would normally not listen to cops and be like, we need evidence. And they're not saying that. They're not saying we need evidence. We need to verify. Where's the ballistics? They're not saying any of that. I say, you know what? Someone told them. They know what time it is.